Hey guys, it's Mr. Fayoyin here. Sorry I can't be there today. I got a sick kid. But I made this video that walks us through the presentation that I shared with you guys on Google Classroom today. I wanted you guys to watch the video so you could just know in detail what's going on today, what you're expected to complete today, and then what we have coming up this week as far as assignments go. So let's get right into it. So we have a quiz on Friday on subatomic particles, ions, fans, electrons, and periodic table element families. We have a homework due. It's an ed puzzle. It's due on Sunday by 8 p.m. It's on Google Classroom right now. Today you'll be working on these assignments. You need to work on these assignments in this order. You start with start at 11.15, and then you need to finish the activity 16 from yesterday in Google Classroom, all three parts. You need to work on the ed puzzle on Mendeleev. It's not to be confused with the homework. The homework is labeled homework ed puzzle, and then this one's labeled classwork, and it says it's due today. And then you need to begin work on the periodic table families presentation. It's not due today, and we'll be talking more about it, and we'll give you class time to work on it Thursday and Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, excuse me. We have a starter. So to go back over it, highlighted these things you need to have done today. You have the starter, 11.15. You have activity 16. You have the ed puzzle on Mendeleev, and then you have the exit ticket checkup, which I'll go into detail about in just a second. So real quick, put the schedule up on Google Classroom, and I'm just going to go back over it real quick to make sure you know what's going on today. So come in, start your starter 11.15, and then finish from yesterday your activity 16 in 3 parts. Work on the TED Ed puzzle, Genius of Mendeleev's periodic table by Lucerico. Remember that as the classwork. That's not the homework. And then begin working on the periodic table families presentation. Again, you will not finish today. It's due this Friday, and you're going to have time to work on it throughout the week in class. So remember from yesterday, pages B22 through B29. This is our first work session. So make sure you complete the 3 activity 16 assignments. And then move on to the second work session, which is the ed puzzle. Remember, it's the TED Ed, the Genius of Mendeleev's periodic table, Lucerico. It is not to be confused with the homework. It is different. It's classwork, and it's labeled classwork. Remember, these 2 things are due by the end of class today, along with your exit ticket. Let me scroll through that real quick. The exit ticket survey for 6 periods is going to be posted at 2:30 on Google Classroom. And then for 7 periods, it's going to be posted by 3:30 on Google Classroom. Make sure you complete these things. It's pretty much just questions to make sure you watch the video that I'm making right now, and to make sure that you looked over the presentation and that you know what's going on this week. So let's go back. So as promised, I said I'd go over the periodic table families presentation. Pretty much the periodic table families presentation is something that you're going to be working on over the course of pretty much the rest of this week. So like I said, I don't expect you guys to finish it up today. But I expect you to kind of get into it, look at it, and I want to run through one of the families, the first family that you'll be making a presentation about. So it's all set up for you. All you have to do is just answer the questions on the presentation, or cut and paste images onto the presentation. So it's all there for you. And I'll show you by modeling the first group that you're going to be doing, the alkali metals. So I want you to focus on these 5 families: the alkali metals on the left hand side, and then the alkaline earth metals, and the transition metals, that huge group, halogens, and then noble gases. I know there are other families, but I want to focus on these 5 through this presentation. So let's go through it. Each one of your family's presentation slides is going to be set up the exact same way, whether it's alkali metals or transition metals or noble gases. All right, so you have right here, it says use this link to help you answer the question. So you're going to use this link for this whole slide to help you answer these questions. So you're going to click on it. The first question, if we go back to it, asks, where is this family found on the periodic table? So you're going to read through the text, or you can just look right here and see that the periodic table is found on the left hand side. This family is found on the left-hand side of the periodic table. All right. And then right here, this question says, name at least 5 elements found in this family. And for this particular question, you're going to use this link for that question. So you're going to click the link like you did before, going to read or look at the periodic table, and you're going to choose 5 elements. You're going to put all the information that asks, what are the atomic numbers of these elements, or their names over here, and you're going to find one picture of an element found in this family online and place it on the slide. Moving on to physical properties, you'll go through the physical properties, of elements found in this family. It says use this link again to help you. If you don't quite remember what physical properties are, or on this slide, if you don't quite remember what chemical properties are, on both of those slides for all the families, you have a reminder link. You can click that link, and then it will give you definitions for physical properties, for chemical properties, and examples for physical properties and for chemical properties right there. All right. And then you're going to move on. Physical, chemical properties. You're going to watch this video. You're going to write down what you learned. And remember, you're answering on the slide. For all of these questions, you're answering on the slides. Okay. Based on what you have seen from the video, after you watch the video, do you think these elements are safe for humans to be around, and explain why? And then you're going to pick an element from the group and answer all these questions. You have a picture of your chosen element. And you're going to describe the role of electrons in this group. Are there ions? If so, what types? Are they positive or negative, cations or anions? And how do they fulfill the octet rule? You can use pictures or words for this. So you might be saying, hey, we haven't talked about the octet rule yet. And that is okay. Let me show you where in the presentation I talk about the octet rule. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow too if you're confused. So the octet rule pretty much says this: atoms tend to gain, lose, or share one or more of their valence electrons to achieve a filled outer electron shell. And atoms are the most stable if they have a filled or empty outer layer of electrons. Except for hydrogen and helium, a filled layer contains 8 electrons, an octet. So atoms will gain or lose or share electrons to make a filled or empty outer shell. They want 8 electrons in their outer shell to be happy, to not be reactive, to be stable. If they don't have that, then they're going to do everything they can to get that 8th electron in their outermost shell, whether it's giving up an electron or sharing. So this guy comes up to Mr. Adam. He says, "Why are you so unhappy, Mr. Adam?" And he says, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. I need 8 electrons. I'm unfulfilled. So in order for me to be happy, for me to feel fulfilled, I need 8 electrons. I need this last spot filled. So electrons need 8 electrons. So that's the rule of octet. So that's pretty much it, guys. Remember, complete your exit ticket at the end of class. It's going to be posted for 6th period at 2:30, for 7th period at 3:30. Go ahead and get it done. Let me know if you have any questions via email. Thanks so much.